There's something in my DNA and my family history that I've always carried that is a deep shame and feeling of unworthiness. Really, a lot of information was given to me from the time that I could read. I grew up very lucky that my family always had told me the full story of our enslaving ancestors. My 4 times great-grandfather began the cruel practice of leasing out his enslaved people when he was not using them. My 3 times great-grandfather, George Adam Kellers, who I know the most about, he enslaved about 30 humans. I don't remember ever not knowing that this was, hugely historically relevant, and I don't remember ever not feeling angry about it. I'm very conscious of when it morphs into shame and when it morphs into commitment, right? Because I think shame paralyzes, and I did spend some time in that zone, but there's nothing else to do to move through it but to act. Randy Quarterman is the great-great-great-grandson of a man my great-great-great-grandfather enslaved. And I met Randy because I was looking for descendants of the Quarterman family. I heard a family story that the Quartermans had received reparations land from my ancestor in 1890, and that perhaps they still owned it and lived in the area. So I did a Google search and looked for Quartermans in the area, and I was absolutely just so lucky to find Randy. When I connected with Randy and I said, this is who I am a descendant of the Kellers. I don't know if you know this, but I think that my ancestor gave the reparations land that you have over on Monteith Road to you. Do you know anything about that? And would you be willing to talk to me? And he wrote back immediately saying, I'm really open to this. I know all about your family, and it's amazing that you've contacted me. And when I met Randy, he said, I'm actually working right now trying to help my family clear title on this heirs property land and trying to work with and somewhat against the county, which is trying to take an acre of it by eminent domain. But they've also been excluded from access to that land because there are white landowners that live all around this parcel of land, and there's no access road. We very quickly realized that we could work together to find attorneys to help the family gain control of the land. This is clearly what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to get involved here and pay money for an attorney or do whatever I can. Like, this is clearly where I'm supposed to help or where my reparations should begin. I absolutely feel like I am releasing a historic burden that I've felt like I've always carried. I feel like I carry the trauma of traumatizing others, of whiteness, that my ancestors inflicted upon others in my bones. I mean, I'm just trying to get my damn humanity back. The other reason that this whole relationship with Randy has been incredibly powerful for me is in my role as a mother. I desperately don't want to pass this shame and anger onto my children. And I define love as truth-telling. So in my loving and mothering them, I just tried to tell them as much truth as I could and to remind them that, it's our responsibility to talk about this.